Hello, my name is Annie Henderson, and I am a life coach here in North Texas. This channel is called Travel Tribe, and you can expect amazing things. Here it is, March 2023, and you're gonna love what we have in store. But today I'm going to go live on TikTok again and see what kind of conversations come up today. So I think you will enjoy it. Let me know what you liked about the last conversation. And come join us on TikTok, 3 p.m. Central, Monday through Fridays. All right, let's go. All right, so I go live. I haven't been doing this actually very long, like a few months, but I've been on TikTok maybe since 2020, maybe 2019 actually. Oh my goodness, time has flown. So this isn't my normal time to go live, so I'm curious who will be here. Sometimes it's some of my amazing clients, and so we're gonna see who joins in. Ava, look at you. Subu, just sneaking in. Did y'all mark it, or I just happened to catch y'all on TikTok? Is that it? Hello, good morning. I've got some fresh, not dried, post CrossFit hair. Hi, Chasing Sunsets. Megan's tagline, use me. Happenstance. I love some good happenstance, right? So, how is everyone doing today? Oh, man, we are reading the book Boundaries in our coaching group. So I'm kind of freaking out right now. Oh, let's hold off on boundaries. Let's hear it, Eva. Good morning, Kendra K. How are you? Morning, Luz. Tired but good. It's Friday. I'm ready. Hopefully we are not all people that only live for the weekend, because that's a lot of time where we could just be enjoying ourselves and making the most of it. Hey, Amber, got COVID right before my birthday. No, I am sorry that happened. That is not the best way to enjoy it. I just discovered a major deception by accident on the part of my ex. What happened? Is it something that still affects you now, or is it just upsetting because you figured it out? Hey girl, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling fabulous. Thank you. About to go. I won't be here next week because I'll be skiing with my family. Hi, April. But I will definitely miss you all. Hi. That's good. Boundaries book. I'm really enjoying it. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to read a little bit from it today, because I made a TikTok recently, because my name's Annie Henderson. I'm a life coach here in Texas, and I work a lot with people struggling with people pleasing, which involves boundaries, right? Involves being able to say no, right? Putting some of these fears behind us, because we often fear that we're going to hurt others. And that's not the truth, and that's not our intention. But because we have that fear, we start doing things that could technically make us manipulators. Oof. Or liars even, right? When we say yes to something that we want to say no to. And sometimes, right, I definitely would have rather said no to CrossFit this morning. But, right, my future self was a yes, let's do this. And once I was there, right? But that's a different, right? There's no guilt involved. There's no resentment. So noticing. And then in this book, it mentioned controlling, right? Technically, right, when we put on our mask for someone, we're attempting to control their perception of us. We're pretending to be someone that we're not, just so they will think about us in a certain way. Ugh. And one more, it mentioned I mentioned not being the victim several times. Oh, right? So if you put a boundary out there, if you put a boundary out there and someone tests your boundary, because that's what they're used to, right? It's not their decision to change it. It's your decision to say, oh, I need a boundary here, right? They'll test your boundary. It is up to you, right? To hold that boundary. Otherwise, we can fall in this pattern of victim mentality to where they're like, they trampled my boundaries. That's gonna happen. Your job is just to hold the boundary, which is like training a puppy, right? It's a little hard at first. There's some frustration. The other person might not like it, and usually they don't. That's okay. If they don't, it's not gonna feel okay the first few times, but no one dies, right? You're still usually family or friends, depending on the boundary. But knowing, oh, I've missed a bunch. I was like, oh, just no one's commenting. Just upsetting. I think I stumbled upon my ex's ex-wife on TikTok. Ooh. Okay. Your ex's ex-wife. Did you already know he had an ex-wife? Paving a path for a cure. Hi. How are you? Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Alina. The ex had told me that she was still married due to some financial legalities. Oh, got it. Good thing he's your ex, right? Oh, it was a lie. Yeah, Megan, those are hard words. Out of all of those, manipulator, liar, controller, victim, which one? Which one of those hits the hardest? Which one of those are you like, oh, this never want to be called that? I mean, they're all negative, which is not what we want. We're not trying to do these things in a hateful, hurtful way. Thank you, Luz. I didn't even have to hum. Look at you. But noticing, good morning, I'm trying to respect boundaries and set them appropriately. Good for you. How is that working out for you? Jossie, it's from Jossie, right? Hi, Jossie, how are you? Hey, baby doll, welcome to join. I didn't set a live goal today, so I will not be hitting that button or doing anything like that. This isn't my normal time. In case anybody's on that you're like, who's this person with wet hair? My name's Annie Henderson, and usually I'm on at 3 p.m. Central. But I'm gonna go get these peepers looked at because I lost my glasses and I've just been borrowing Sam's. And luckily we're close enough, but that's not the way to do it, right? Anyway, all's good, just a little shook. Take some time, right, to process. It's hard, even if it's an ex, Eva, it's hard not to just dismiss and be like, oh, that dude sucks. Or they suck, or whoever. He sucks, she sucks, whoever it is, right? Being able to process that and be like, one more reason I made, right? That I'm heading away from that. I'm good, heading on vacation tomorrow. Where are you going? How did that happen, Megan Luce? It was just a different one? Yes, good, Eva. I'm glad that you're on the other side of that. Dante, awesome. How are you? Massage. I'm getting so much better at boundaries, setting them. Ugh. But when I do, talk to me. What happens? What goes on? Thank you for the rose, Rosie. So much better at boundaries. Good for you. And it takes practice, right? Practice makes progress. We're not looking for perfection, right? And different people, it'll be easier, right? If you set it with certain people, sometimes parents, it's harder to set those boundaries, right? They've been some bad boundaries or enmeshed relationships, lots of different things that can really complicate that. Puerto Rico. I am envious. Have so much fun. Safe travels. I've never been there. I need to put it on the list. Ooh, thank you, Luce. Look at you. You're so fancy. It integrates, and I'm so grateful. However many. That is cracking me up, Luce. I don't know what's happening. It creates a sense of safety and provides a way to self-preserve. Boundaries are hard, though. Who in here, who knows me well or has heard me before, what do we try to replace hard with? So for anybody new, first of all, I would love for you to follow. If you're ever interested in a free consultation call, just go to my site or click the link on my bio. It's anniemhenderson.com. I usually work with people pleasers and also later in life lesbians. If you're like, I was wanting to get some coaching on boundaries, but I'm neither of those, you can still reach out. Don't worry about it. And location does not matter, right? I have clients in other countries and continents. So it's a beautiful thing about being a coach. Hi, Sophie. How are you? You are. I was just thinking the same thing, Megan. Thank you so much. When it's okay not to be scared to be in a relationship because you're afraid of getting hurt. I'm glad that we just read that chapter. Dating. Let's see. Megan and Luce, how well were you listening or reading last night? So I'm going to read hers again. Or read theirs again. Sorry. If I ever misgender someone, just let me know. Sometimes the pictures are so tiny that I cannot see. So when is it okay not to be scared to be in a relationship because you're afraid of getting hurt? Such a good question. Let me see if any of my people on here can do it. Missouri. I have family in Missouri. I thought, you know what? Megan and Luce are working overtime as my moderators right now, so I will share, but I know they know it. Instead of hard, we use unfamiliar, right? It's not that it's hard. Using boundaries is unfamiliar. We haven't practiced enough, right? And the good news about unfamiliar versus hard is that with unfamiliar, as you practice, it gets easier, right? You get used to it. You start to enjoy the feel of it getting easier and easier and easier. Does that make sense, paving a path? Ooh, Sophie. Boundaries. There are several boundaries books. I will preface that this one has a lot of Bible verses in it. It mentions the Bible and God a lot, which for most people is totally fine if it's triggering. I will say, I was expecting it to maybe be more triggering than it is. So if you have some religious trauma and you're like, ooh, there are other great books on boundaries. If you're like, I can hear it out a little bit. It's not like the domestication that we were raised with, right? It's not that hard. There's some actually great points in here where I'm like, I remember that. Megan said, the scared is just a feeling. Dating is practice. Yes, dating is practicing and experimenting, right? Going, ooh, this one's not my type. Or, ooh, I'm getting used to noticing red flags. Good for me, right? It's a way for you to practice. Unfamiliar instead of hard. There you go, Luz and Megan. I have that book. Yeah, Maddie. It's a good one. What did you think about it? I'm a later in life lesbian and coming out totally affected my self-worth. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. How are things now, Massage Miki? If I say that right. You right. That's funny. That's funny that you would ask that because I am not I guess officially I'm a writer. I wrote this book and it's on Amazon. You can check it out. It's called Later in Life Lesbian. coming out later in life and leaving fear, overwhelm, and guilt behind. So, would love for you to check it out and read it. If you feel like giving it a review, that would just make my heart so full, because I'm a words of affirmation, so I love it. A little skim milk. How did you ask that? I'm just curious. Yes. Oh, I'm Maggie. Hi, Maggie. I love that name. I love the name Maggie. And just so everyone knows, usually I'm 3 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday. Next week, I'll be out of town. So I'll miss you. Go into the old videos, right? If you Google my name, you can actually listen to old podcasts that I've done, or you can check out my podcast. If you want to go to anniemhenderson.com, you can listen to some old ones, right? User 69657, will I get my family back? Well, tell me a little bit more. What happened? What's going on? I am a published author. It is awesome. Thank you so much. Are those contacts? Oh, no. They look, maybe the short answer is no, I don't wear contacts. I was about to explain away. You know how sometimes, anyways, the light's shining in them, so maybe they just look extra special. Use blue contacts in bars. It increases my odds of getting lucky by 900%. Aww. It was a trick. You were on that one, Luce. Were you already suspicious? I believe the knowledge in that book can also be used for guys that changed genders. Are you talking about, which book are you referring to? I believe they're all good for everyone. This one, there's something that can be taken away for everyone. This one can be taken away. Anything for everyone. Thank you for the follow. I believe the knowledge in that book can also be used. Oh, I just read that. You're awesome. Thank you, Josie. What am I doing? Why did I completely forgot what I said the first time. Let me know. How do I say your name? Learning that meeting someone new is not so scary when I get out of my own head. Yes, right? And knowing that if it doesn't work out, it's best for both of you, right? It's not a personal insult. It's not something to take personally. It's, ooh, that wasn't going to work. So kind of glad. Murph, how are you? Lib, good morning from Arizona. Oh my goodness. What's the temperature today in Arizona? I've got some clients in Arizona. Danny Pink, hi. Good morning from Uganda. Hi, how are you? What is this? Are these all dudes? What's the deal? There's some good ones out there, but this will not be my time to come on a live. That's funny. We don't get this at 3, are we? Got it right the first time. Josie? I'm gonna stick with Josie until you're like, not that first time. Josie. I'm just gonna confuse myself. Words are hard. What do you mean words are hard, Murph? Boundaries are easier to set with people who are not very nice. That is true. That is very true. What if, I love to play around with what ifs. What if boundaries could also be easy with people you love? Eventually. Do you have to practice? 70 degrees. Oh, that sounds perfect, Heather. It's cold here in Virginia. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. 80 today. We're about to put up the pool. Yes. Yes, it's dudes. Gosh. Making a bad name for themselves. I was sleepy, but I'm okay now. Good. Hola. In Colombia. Amazing. Hello. Josie. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Josie. Sometimes I jumble my words and then I say words are hard. Ooh. So, as a life coach, I would recommend not to say words are hard. I know that's a thing to say. Like I've heard my own kids say that. Like I've heard it. It's just a thing to say. But is that something you want to convince your mind of? So the quote is, your mind does what it thinks you want it to do. Your mind does what it thinks you want it to do. So if you keep telling yourself, words are hard, your mind's going to be like, got it, chief. I'm going to make words hard because that's what you want. Does that make sense? Yeah. Isn't that cool? One of my clients got that for me. It's the chakras. And it, chakras and rainbows. How perfect. I have it covering up my bookshelf because I didn't know where to put it. Nala. Ooh, ice cream. I do love me some ice cream. Thank you so much. Can you, yep, got it. Hi. Oh, hi from the Netherlands as well. Oh, es muy linda. Muchas gracias. What if, it went away. What if your loved ones never had boundaries growing up and you're 20 to 40 years younger setting them? Are you saying you're trying to set boundaries, family and loved ones, boundaries are not computing? Is that what you're asking? Sophie said, learning that setting boundaries with people I love is difficult, but necessary. Yes, it is unfamiliar, but necessary. But guess what? When you put a boundary out and someone tests it, and then you release your boundary and let them keep doing it, it is reinforcing their negative behavior. You are training them to do the opposite of what you want to do. So the next time you set a boundary, they're gonna be like, oh, she doesn't really mean it. She doesn't really mean it. She said that last time and she was fine. I'm gonna just push, press. So every time you break your own boundary, not they broke my boundary, they're trampling my boundary. You are the only one in charge of your boundary. Does that make sense? Yay. Thanks, Maggie. You're the author of the Boundaries book with the pencil on it. No, of course I'm not. let me hold it nice and slow. Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. If you type in boundaries to Amazon, this will probably be the first book, unless someone has sponsored a different book. But this has been around for a while. When I was doing my internship for being a counselor, she recommended that to me. She called it the Bible of Boundary Books. So it's really good, really well known. Where's Skeeter today? Oh, she went on a walk. I know, I need to bring her back. Did they already get back and I didn't know it? Thank you, Luce, for sharing the author. Late night books and tea. I'm having a really bad night. I love the vibe here, really calming. Aw, well, thank you. I'm sorry you're having a bad night. What's going on? And feel free to follow so you can come hang out again. Is 3 p.m. in the middle of your night? Because that's usually when we hang out. I just happen to have something else at that time. My family, hey, Kelsey. My family continues to test it, and then I become assertive, which they feel is rude. Maggie, do you have an example of a boundary that you set and they test? Bye, Luz. Have a great day. Thanks for hopping on. 80. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, boundaries can be hard sometimes to defend, especially when it's your parents or extended family. Sophie said, yes, my friend just told me that very thing. If you let them cross your boundaries. Oh, I think you're still writing. My tattoo artist recommended that book to me. Yeah, isn't that cool? Awesome tattoo artist. Oh, I heard Skeeter. Do you see her? Oh, there she went. Can you pin the name of the author? Oh, someone just did it. They had just said it. If you just type in boundaries, it will be there. I was a psych major and did post-grad work in counseling. I've read that boundary book. Nice. I was also a psych major and did post-grad work in counseling. My people, hello. How cool. Welcome, welcome. Kelsey said, or someone with a higher place according to your status in society. Sophie said, sorry, you're training people how to treat you by allowing them to keep crossing. Yep. So here's the thing. How many times do we have to hear that before we actually apply it and take it? Sociology class was awesome too. They try to say, no, I don't have time right at this moment. And then they continue to expect right now. Okay, so they can expect all they want. Thanks for the follow, Sarah. They can expect all they want. But you don't have to give. So I'm curious, is this communication face-to-face? Is it text? Is it phone call? I don't know if you want to share what kind of no it was. And no, I did notice that you said, I try to say no. Instead of, I say no, and no gets to be a complete sentence. Yeah, the persistence of people is what makes it tricky sometimes. Yep. That used to be me as well. I remember back when I was in education, they were like, will you be the team lead? And I was like, nope. And I was like, yes, I said that. And then they kept asking, I was like, okay. I've gotten so much better since then. And now, guess what? Now, sometimes I kind of say, like the other day, I had said a yes, and then just sitting with it and thinking of it. And I was like, that's going to add stuff to my plate that I can't handle right now. And then I let them know. I was like, oof, I'm juggling a lot of balls right now. I can help you. I can give you some advice, but I can't do this for you. And they were fine with it, which is awesome. Usually face-to-face and or text. Okay. So can you share? Do you want to share what your no sounds like? Like the question, what your no sound like, and then change that. It's my sister who's in the middle of a divorce. Oh, Jojo said there's a book called I Feel Guilty Saying No. It's really good. Sounds like it's great for this group or anybody that struggles with people pleasing. Thank you, Jojo. I usually say it, so I'm going to, and I like to say it every time. If you're looking for another book to read, besides Boundaries, besides Later in Life Lesbian, I always recommend The 4 Agreements, which is an incredible book, right? Talks about domestication, taking things personally, not making assumptions, our own self-talk. So I recommend getting it. Do not speed read it. That is not what it's intended for. And if it's been a year or more, time to reread it. Or if you're just still doing all those things, reread it now. LGBTQ Uganda. Oh, we're not safe at all. We don't know who to run to. Aw, I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you have a lot of support, or do you know a lot of other LGBTQ people in Uganda? Yes, it's a great book. Megan said Atlas of the Heart is another great one. Don't give time to guilt. It's a useless emotion. Correct, Heather. Hi, Jonna Lynn. How are you? Yeah, the guilt of saying no can be hard. Yep, guilt is a huge factor in holding people back. Why does saying no sometimes make me feel guilty? Right? Because we inaccurately assume that we're hurting the other person. But if we think about it, has anyone ever told you no? And did you live another day? Was it okay? Did you instantly start hating them, or did things continue going? Hi from Germany. Hi, is it Claudie? Hello, hello. Thank you for the follows. You're amazing. I appreciate the likes and everything. I've got so much happier since I don't always say yes. I used to do everything for everyone else. You're exactly right, Sarah, which is a path to burnout, overwhelm, guilt. And when we shove down our nose, oh, Skeeter, nice dive. I've gotta share Skeeter. Skeeter, can I show you off real quick? Come here. This is Skeeter Mobley. She is a miniature dachshund. And look, can you show him your bow tie? Do y'all like it? Isn't she so cute? My fiance also works from home. She's a financial advisor. So Skeeter likes to get dressed for work. And then she either hangs out in here with me and listens to my clients, or she hangs out with her mommy and does things there. Isn't that fun? All right, thank you, Skeeter. No carrots today. I'm sorry. Aw. All right, let's see where I left off. Yep, Kelsey said, yep, I'm still okay and alive, even after people say no. Nice. Hello, Kentucky. Hello from the Philippines. Amazing. After being told, yep, there's my Skeeter girl ready for work. Wasn't that a cute bow tie? Hello, South Africa. BPD. My ex had BPD, lived with BPD. Sophie, hello, yes, it was okay, and family is the hardest to say no to. You're right, Jojo. And she's so adorable. She'll turn 8 this year, but she still just seems like a little puppy. Okay, I will let you know when I have some time. I won't be able to help with... Nice. So you say that, and then what does she or they say back to you, Maggie? Yes, we are quite many, but we are living in fear, worried about what will happen when they get us. Oh my goodness. Are they actively looking for you? Yes, I agree. Skeeter is adorable. She's a lot of fun. She's a nice little mascot. Late Night Books and Tea, thanks for the follow. Heather, thank you for the follow. I feel like it was my fault, even though it wasn't. Yep, that's the guilt part. And like, we can feel that guilt and we can like dig into it and like nurture the guilt and think about it and just really kind of confuse ourselves. But we have to like step back. And that's where support groups, that's where coaching groups, different things like that, where you can have conversations with healthier people who can, or sign up for a coach, that you can really kind of listen and talk it out to where you can see, oh, you know what? That was a perfectly normal no I gave. I shouldn't feel any guilt around this situation, but I do, right? Sometimes we just have unhealthy behaviors that linger for a while. Yeah, it's hard to want people to be happy and not feel sad, right? And guess what? I can take a no and not feel sad about it. When sadness is a healthy emotion. So it's important for us to realize that we are also not the main character in everyone's story. Right? And here's the thing. Here's the sad thing. When we're people pleasing, we're not even the main character in our own story. Let them live their life, make their choices, work on themselves or not. You can't make someone, but we get to decide. We get to use our no's and our yeses in a healthy way. And we get to process, right? If someone says something, how not to take it personally. And if these are things you struggle with, reach out, right? Sign up for a free consultation call and we can talk about it and work on it. I'd love to give strategies and tools. Still working on that course. So if you're like, oh, I can't do one-on-one coaching yet. I also have group coaching and my book with some little tidbits and the course. So here's the thing. We can have a coach, we can have a book, and we can still just consume it and move on and be like, oh, it doesn't work for me. But we are the only ones that can make it work through practice, through dropping excuses, through getting out of victim mentality. Because if you hold on to it, right, you can choose excuses or you can choose to be happy. You can't have both, right? I can choose excuses not to go to CrossFit or I can go to CrossFit because I know I want to get stronger and healthier. I missed. Once you say no for the first time, it empowers you to do it again. Instead of no, try already have. I don't think it finished. Already have. But yeah, she's right. And that's a way, also another way to use your schedule, right? Use your calendar is block off time for yourself or hanging out with friends or doing stuff that is good and healthy. Then you can go, oh, I already have an appointment at that time. You don't have to explain. You don't have to over apologize and say sorry. Sarah, I've stayed in jobs because I felt guilty about leaving even though I was so unhappy. Not anymore. Isn't that freeing? It's empowering, it's freeing. Peace comes back. Most of my clients will, when we're talking about what it is they want, and if they start implementing or stopping these other bad habits, there's usually this sentiment. It will feel like there's a weight lifted from my shoulders. Can y'all resonate with that? Can you imagine how it would feel to stop people pleasing others? I think it's the persistence of no where I can get intimidated. For sure, Kelsey. Who's persistent? Who do you get intimidated around? Cedar Way, thanks for the follow. Butter Me Happy, I like that username. Dubai, amazing. It processed and I lost it. Unless you apply and work at it, it works. It's a process and it's hard. I'm not sure about that one sentence, Megan. It is a process and it is unfamiliar and you have to work on it. And it's not a one and done, right? If you want to be healthier, you have to choose it intentionally, regularly. Like saying no number 4. I'm not sure what that one means. Yes, Jojo, plans. Saying you have plans. Yep. Sophie, I'm learning that just because I think I hurt someone feeling, sometimes it's just in my head. Excellent, Sophie. Yes. Right? As Brene Brown says, the story I'm telling myself is because sometimes we make those assumptions. We just assume that we know something, right? We assume that that all these bad intentions or thoughts or conversations or whatever is happening behind the scenes, but we don't actually know it. And when we make assumptions, it's a default line of thinking that's going to get you yucky results because our thoughts are tied to our results. Oh no, it timed out. I was saying our thoughts are tied to our results. Our thoughts are tied to our results. If you have negative thoughts, if you constantly think about negative things and fears and worries and doubts, you're going to get those kinds of results. You have to instill a dose of hope and positive what ifs. So instead of, oh, what if they say no to me? What if they reject me? What if they break up with me? Right? Nope. What if I find my person, right? What if I figure out what I like and who I am and things get easier and better and happier? Because at that point, I would hope that the person would have already understood. Yep, they understand, but they also understand you have weak boundaries, and if they continue, that you'll give up. So not very respectful, but you just have to practice and know that they're going to be perfectly fine. You can't fully love someone without respecting and accepting the no's. That's a good one, Maggie. Right? You can't fully love someone And here's the thing, they might not realize that. They might not realize that. They think they're loving you and they're just fine. So sometimes you outgrow emotionally, mentally, health-wise, people in your life. It doesn't mean you can't still be in their life, but you need some clear boundaries or they will drag you back down. Not thinking they're doing anything mean, but that's just the way they love and how they are working. Kate. Hi, Kate. I love the name Kate with a C. Yes, beautiful name. I'm learning to stop thinking I know what someone feels and focus on what I feel. Beautiful. I felt really intimidated when the guy asked 4 times for me to go to his house. Ew, ew. That's why after you say no the first time and he asks again, right? Then you don't have to sit there and listen to the asking. You can get out of there, right? I tried setting boundaries to not discuss all details of my life and work, and no one talks to me now. At work, got it. I'm curious where you work. What kind of environment is it? Thanks, Megan. Kendra K, yes, that is my problem. Love Brene Brown. Or if I really wish I could say yes. Kelsey, are you saying you said to him, I wish I could say yes, but I can't? Or you actually wish you could say yes, but can't? Tell me that. Chibuchi boy. Yeah, good question. He said why? Because of my limitations with my chronic disease. Got it. So you're wanting to say yes. Interesting. So maybe that person was also feeling that disconnection of, I'm saying no, but I actually do want to say yes. Is it is it limitations with you being unable to go, or fear around your chronic disease and what that might look like with a relationship? What do you do when they don't respect the no at work for not work-related discussions? Okay, I think we talked about that. It can be a big deal, like, I'm not talking about this at work. Or it could be, oh, like, I've started watching this show. I mean, how strict is it? Is it just, I don't want to share my personal life? Is it certain people? Is it everyone? Is it that you have a wall built up and you don't want to open up to anyone? Has there been issues before? There's a lot that kind of goes into that question. It is an office job. I'm a trainer, state employment. Okay. What's the vibe there? Thank you, Megan. Mama Booty, hello. You followed this time. Yay. Unable to go currently, both physically and mental. Got it. Yep, you have to take care of yourself. Hi, Blessed 569. I also think that they believed that they were more disabled than me and more entitled. Yeah, that one had some red flags. Was this the same as before? Hi, Mama Booty. Hi, Michaela. I'm an empath and people pleaser caretaker. Boundaries are brand new to me. It is tough. Yes. Hi, is it Jen? Thanks for the follow. Yes, Jen, we were just talking. Boundaries. This book we're reading in my coaching group. If you haven't read it, definitely check it out. I was also talking recently about how sometimes I've on my consultation calls, people will put their people pleasing as their strengths. So I ask like, oh, what are you struggling with? What are your strengths? So even my friend the other day said like, oh, she's got a big heart like her mama, which meant she did something she wasn't supposed to do, which got her to end up losing her apartment deposit because she let someone come into her place and let them use her key, and they destroyed the place. That's not a big heart. It's lack of boundaries. What do y'all think? Have y'all thought that before? Like, oh, I've got a big heart. And that's the fear. If we identify with, oh, I have a big heart and that's what I'm known for, then we don't want to set up boundaries because we don't want to use the label of, oh, I'm so giving and I give everything and I have nothing for myself. I also think that they believe that they were more, I went back too far. It's, I don't want to share the details of my grandparents' health. Everything else is fine. Oh, yeah. So I'm curious, how do they know about your grandparents' health in the first place? It was something you just shared and now they're just wanting more information. So they might be thinking they're doing a nice, friendly thing and checking in on you and your grandparents because you've already brought up that topic. So yeah, it might be they're unsure of what to talk about with you. So it might be you starting some conversations and having some talks. Okay, thanks, Jen. Yes, because I'm sometimes wheelchair and he requires a wheelchair always. Got it. Yeah. There's other people out there, Kelsey. That one does not sound like the one. What should I do if someone isn't respecting my boundaries? That can look so many different ways, right? There's physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, financial boundaries, sexual boundaries. So it depends how close you are to them, right? If it's a date and that's like no commitment to this person, I'm out of here, that's fine, right? If it's family and it's something deeper, if they're not respecting your boundaries, you're the only one able to hold your boundaries, which means you say no, they say, and so Michaela, give me an example. That'll be the best because I don't want to assume you're thinking one boundary and I'm saying something that doesn't even make sense. Jen, easy to take advantage of. Ooh, toxic workplace. People yell and argue, I'm looking for a new job. Good for you, right? That sunk cost fallacy is when we stay with something because, ooh, I need the money, or I've been here for so long, or, oh, it's easy now, I just need to stay. If it's toxic, that is a constant drain on your energy. Not good. Okay, Leverly. Boundaries are new to you, and that's okay. Like, jump in, dive in. If you want to hop on a free consultation call to talk about boundaries and how they look and now versus how they need to look, reach out. Let's talk. Tattooed beach bum. I wish this wouldn't, I wish I could just scroll myself. It's hard to learn that line of being a good person and the boundary line, but it's necessary. Here's my belief. People with boundaries are good people. You do not lose any goodness for holding boundaries, right? If you said, hey, meet me for coffee, and I said, I can't. I can't. Have fun though. Get a coffee and enjoy it. Are you going to be hurt? Am I a bad person for saying that? Hey, I really need you to help me move on Friday. Oh, I already have plans. But I can't wait for you to move. Excited for you. Right? I don't have to give an excuse. I don't have to tell them the details of what I'm doing. My mom she wants all the information, all the details. Part of that is lack of socializing on her part. Like, she doesn't do a lot of friend things. So it's coming into my world and wanting to know everything. And I don't feel bad not telling her. She can want it, but she doesn't have to get it. Totally unhealthy. I used to be a people pleaser. Now I set boundaries and appreciate honesty. Yes, Heather. Awesome. I know they meant well at first, but I said, no, I can't talk about it over and over, and they kept pushing. Yep. So if it's in the break room or the lunchroom, it can just be like, nope, and then head to the bathroom, right? As you're learning boundaries, feel free to get your pause in there by heading to the bathroom, right? And then like breathe and then remind yourself, I set a boundary, I held a boundary, woohoo. Peaceful AK-47 protest. Oh, yep, she is right. Explain financial boundaries, please. Ooh, financial boundaries is someone saying, ooh, will you pay this for me? Or can I borrow $5? Ooh, if you're dating, there's so many sweetheart scams out there. If you just met somebody to date, right? You're wanting a romantic relationship. If you're feeling desperate, and they ask you for money, you're going to want to give them that money. No one should be asking anyone for money at the start of a relationship. That is a huge red flag. And usually, especially now, especially with online dating, even if you've seen pictures, even if you've been on the phone with them, no. Say no. If that happens to you, come to me immediately and say, Annie, do you think this is a scam or true love? And I will remind you. Because it usually, and just to let you know, it'll usually start off with a small request like, oh, can I have $20 I'm stranded, or $200. And then it'll increase and be more often. And then you'll be a mark, which means they're like, this one gives out money. Hey, notify all my people in my little scammy world. Come ask this person. They have no boundaries. They will give you all their money. Happened to my dad. Funny, I always say I have a big heart. I definitely struggle with boundaries. Yes, Rebecca. I don't know if that's your name, but I like it. Rebecca, yep. If you are struggling with boundaries and you want to talk, hop on a free consultation call. A life with boundaries is really beautiful. I used to have none. I have them now. Life is peaceful and amazing. Like, I'm struggling a little. Was seeing a woman for 17 months. She got a new job and moved away. We broke. Oh, you're still writing the next one. That can be hard. 17 months is a good chunk of time too. My friend doesn't accept no when I don't want to hang out with her. So when she doesn't accept no, does that mean you go and hang out with her? Or does that just mean she's upset because she wanted to hang out with you? If she's upset because I set a boundary, then that's okay. You did it. Good job. It's fine. She'll eventually learn boundaries, right? If they're new boundaries, they're gonna test them and not be happy because, hey, I used to be roaming free and just not caring about what anyone else wanted. So at first it's gonna be rough. Now, if you say no and she insists and then you join her, you've broken the boundary. And she's gonna learn that that's okay to do because you're okay with it. Does that make sense? What made it super hard was when my mom said I could be the person he wanted with my new treatment. The person that he wanted. That's gross, Kelsey. Hopefully you realize that. Oh, mom. Lesbian Lover 32. Thanks for the follow. Oh gosh. Oh, I got so far behind. What was I talking about for so long? Promised we'd stay good friends, but she hasn't contacted me in 2 weeks. That is a bummer. And what it does is it tells you what that relationship was really made of, right? Which is sad and unfortunate. Hopefully it gives you some time to look back at the relationship and see if you were possibly over functioning in it, right? Doing more in it than she was, making all the plans, making things happen. Hi, everyone new. My friend asked me to text her faster or to text her that I won't be responding for a while. Thoughts? I get it because I have some clients with similar situation, right? The beauty of text is, I mean, it is not a phone call and it's not face-to-face. The beauty of text is you can send something and it can sit there forever. So you can tell her, you know, okay, it's your friend. First of all, hey, what's up? It's me. How do you feel about that? And what did you say? Actually, you won't be responding for a while. Sometimes I just put down my phone and I get distracted, or I hop on a call. So it's for you, it's just training them that this is how it is. Is it emergency information, or she's just bored and wants that constant interaction? The consultation sounds great. You came up on my For You page today. I'm glad I found you. Yay, Kay Leverly. I would love to talk on a consultation call. Ooh. Hey, Mel Giver. 1946, the movie. Does everyone know what that is? Go check it out. They have TikTok. It's so incredible. Tickets on sale, 10 a.m. Cleveland International Film Festival. Viewing on the 30th. How cool. Definitely go check out their TikTok and their website. I can't wait for it to be available everywhere. I was thinking me, which he is currently talking to, can't, so I should not be allowing that. I think I got lost there. I like that trick. Thank you. Can always go to the bathroom. Yep, go to the bathroom. Because the what if in the future is not something I want to entertain. Good for you. My friend always asks me for money. Interesting question. Tiffany, do you give them money? Oh no, it's almost time for me to go. This is where I am now. Jin, sign up for a free consultation call. Let's talk more, okay? Yeah, Deb, don't send money ever. Instant red flag. Oh, Rainy, she asked me about an Apple gift card. Nope. Especially with my mom. Yes, my second part should be up. Oh no, I probably missed it. Thank you, Megan. I hear echo. Oh, I missed so much. I gotta hop on a call. This was a blast. I had a lot of fun. How do you set boundaries? I'll read one more. How do you set boundaries with doctors who feel like they know what's best and you want to comply, or they want you to comply? Right. That's where the phrase "get a second opinion" comes in. My sister-in-law, right, had tons of pain. I don't know if you knew this, but I was a gestational carrier for my sister-in-law and my brother because they were unable to carry the babies. So I carried twins and then another niece. Woohoo! But her doctors did not listen to the intensity of her pain. So making sure you speak up for yourself. And sometimes it's finding a new doctor. I do like to find a good female doctor for female things. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would love to talk to you all. Sophie, thank you. Annie, yeah. Annie's easy to talk to, guys. Make the call. And so we'll sign up for a call. Thank you for your time. And feel free to, good, Tiffany, good. Don't do it anymore. Feel free to go hang out on Facebook. I will be continuing to post there next week, even though I'll be out of town. Like I'll start the day off and do a post. So if you want to start off with something good to start your day or your week, do that. Definitely follow. Check out my other videos if you are new to Annie M Henderson world. And if you get a little bored, check out my book. Let me know what you think. I hope you all have an amazing day. Know that you are special and you're worth those boundaries. No one is going to be hurt. They might have they might have feelings. That's okay. Everyone gets to have feelings. You have feelings. It's not going to harm them. The difference between hurt and harm is very important. They're not harmed in you saying the word no. It's just a word. It'll be okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you and take care. Have a wonderful March. And that is the live. Thank you for joining me. What is it? March 10th. It's a good old Friday, 2023. Travel Tribe will bring you more with traveling. And some of these, I put out some shorts. Check it out. If boundaries are a struggle for you, reach out. Let's talk. Go to my site, anniemhenderson.com, and I would love to talk to you more about how to use boundaries to make your life better, easier, more peaceful. Bye, everyone.